Karim Benzema, Karim Benzema, Karim Benzema, Karim Benzema. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
I think that's enough. Okay, welcome everyone to our Christmas edition of Football Armchair Experts, where we pretend to know everything, but actually we know nothing. So for some clarification, we will be just doing the matches from the 26th of December to 29th. So there will be 13 matches we will be covering today. And I think we can start off, just because we don't have a lot of time, we can just start off right away with the table-topping Liverpool facing West Brom. I'm looking at the correct fixture.
Actually, why is that our first game?
No, okay, there is a plan for this as the first game because this has the most talking points actually.
Oh, really?
Why?
Yeah.
Big Sam, is it?
Big Sam.
Because we can talk about Liverpool and we can talk about everyone's favorite relegation fighter, Big Sam. I mean,
Oh my
still,
god.
how to say? It's a big deal. I mean, Slaven Bilic is the first managerial casualty of the season. Some people
Right.
thought maybe it might be Mikel Arteta, maybe it might be Ole, but
I think it's
you know,
quite
it's
surprising though.
Bilic.
I don't think anybody saw it coming.
I don't think Bilic saw it coming also.
Yeah?
Especially not after a decent result.
Yeah, especially after drawing with Man City, right?
Yeah.
You expect Chris Wilder or someone to be in the hot seat or Arteta, but this one really out of nowhere. No one really criticizing them or anything. Then suddenly just
I think actually, to be honest, with his budget and all that, doing not too bad. I mean, they're still in danger, but they didn't spend much. And I guess the more surprising thing from this is that Big Sam has never managed West Brom before. It seems like this is like a perfect marriage kind of thing. West Brom known for their physique, like how to say, like their one-route football. Big Sam is known for that also, but somehow he has never managed West Brom. So
he's never been relegated before, is it, Big Sam?
apparently he's not been relegated before. Yeah.
Well,
And
good
this
record.
would be, I think previously also, at Sunderland, at Palace, a lot of people were saying that's going to be his hardest test. But I think this is still going to be his hardest test. We'll see.
Are you sure it's not Sunderland?
You
see,
when he was
without
at
without
Sunderland.
him, they really don't know go where it is. Yeah. League
I
2
mean,
already, is it?
League One.
Oh, League 1, okay.
We can start with talking about Liverpool also. I mean, they beat Spurs in that very pivotal top of the table clash. They smashed Crystal Palace. I guess is the nicest way to put it also.
Yeah, actually, I think that game is a bit. I think people are saying how the score was a bit unfair on Crystal Palace. It's not that they played particularly badly or what. It's just that they never take their chances, and somehow Liverpool took all their chances. It's like you had 8 shots on goal and seven goals. So it's like it's an anomaly lah. But yeah,
Well, at least you all got your goal difference back also.
Oh but it
Aston
makes
Villa
up for
game.
the 7-2 Aston Villa game. So
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I can probably say, okay, from my perspective, I'm quite surprised. Not surprised, but I think this is probably one good thing going forward is that Firmino is, getting quite a rich vein of goal scoring form. Previously, there were some questions, like, oh, should he still be in the team, whatever. I think maybe, he's put that aside, especially, of course, the importance of the match-winning goal against Spurs.
yeah,
Did you actually think that might have been a fortunate win on Liverpool's part, or do you think you're actually
against Spurs?
Yeah.
No lah. I mean, going all the way back to that, I get why some people will feel that Spurs had the better chances, but like despite the sort of better chances, they only really had like that 1 or 2 chances. Like whereas for Liverpool, we hit the bar as well with money, and we have like. I mean, if you attack more, you will have more chances. Even if some of them are less defined, that's going to be the case. If you are playing counter attack, you won't have a lot of chances, but the ones that you do have will seem more clear cut. I mean, that's Mourinho's style of playing. But at the end of the day, no lah. It's like it goes down to the style of play lor. In Liverpool's case, you want to dominate the game and all that. And I think a lot of the pundits were saying how Mourinho looks at games differently, but his way won't really work if he keeps trying to do this against the big teams, right? It's like if you don't stamp your own, I don't know, style of play or like identity on the pitch, it's like you're just always on the defensive and hitting people on the break. Are you really actually dominating the game?
I wouldn't say dominating the game, but it was probably okay. I've heard some pundits also say this Jose Mourinho probably thought this is the best way he could.
Yeah, but according to Jose, they are dominating the game.
Yeah, apparently that's what he said to Jurgen Klopp. I don't know. Maybe he just
Yeah, he
Yeah.
He has to stand up for his own style. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. That was actually quite a nice game. It wasn't just a boring like Liverpool peppering like a defensive team. It's like two teams at the top of their game and like playing their style to a very good level. It's not like Arsenal. It's like if you play Arsenal, right? It's like they're also defensive, but it's like it's just gonna be boring because they don't offer anything back like Spurs. So Spurs they defended well, and then when they hit you on the break, it's like very direct, and then it's like the balls are good, and then from both sides you can feel the danger. So like it keeps the game exciting.
Are you all going to change your minds on whether you think West Brom will stay up based on now the new appointment of Sam Allardyce?
I think my prediction was that West Brom was going to go down, right?
Yeah.
I think most of us did. Is it?
I think all of us did.
Yeah. I don't think it changes anything. Yeah. And but it's really hard to say because this season there's also quite a lot of clubs that are at the bottom. Right? It's not like they are at Sheffield's level. That one really impossible. They now to get Big Sam also, I think gone already.
In terms of relegation, I think my initial thoughts were, I think probably, if I remember correctly, it was Burnley, Fulham, West Brom. But now looking at the table now, I believe it will be Burnley, West Brom. Maybe Arsenal can scrape a 16. But yeah, I think it'll be Burnley, West Brom, Sheffield.
I see what worries me about this West Brom team, right, is that there isn't like a clear cut, not really a clear cut, like there isn't an obvious player that can make a difference.
Okay.
Like even their strikers, as compared to your other relegation fighters, they are not up to standard. Like there isn't a player you can see like, oh, maybe this player can score 10 goals a season to somehow save us. Like in Fulham, you have like Mitrovic, you have like Adaban Lokman, maybe something like that. Like even Brighton has like New Maupay maybe, but there isn't anybody from this West Brom team. I don't think so. There isn't a game changer. Yeah. Like in end of the day, as much as you can do magic, like you must still have someone that can make the difference. Then I feel this West Brom team don't have it. They'll probably go down. I think it's too late.
Even too late.
13 games, but
so
I
you
think
mean like if it was at the start of the season, I don't think that would have been.
I think they screwed it up by signing championship level players from the start.
Okay.
Not even high performing championship stand players. Like Callum Grant, he's like, I think he barely even performed well for Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just.
I think he was quite cheap. I think it was like maybe 10 million or something.
Yeah, like he was only a like an incoming name. Somehow potentially perhaps would score 10 goals in a season in the league, but then yes, this is what happens if you don't have enough ambition.
I guess you can't say like based on your answer, sort of you can't blame West Brom for going for Big Sam
I guess if they need a big transfer, then it's the manager deal. Because I doubt they're gonna spend money on players.
The reason why we're focusing so much on Liverpool's past results and whether West Brom are appointing Big Sam is because I think the prediction is quite straightforward. This one we can just pick our favourite number.
Maybe got Big Sam effect, you also don't know.
I mean,
Big Sam effect already changed for Aston Villa already
It's at Anfield some more, so it's not like, you can say, maybe at the Hawthorns, like you said before, maybe small stadium or something is going to make a difference. But yeah, I think we can go straight to it. We can start with the Liverpool fan.
Okay I don't think it'll be a 7-0
I don't. Okay, yeah.
I think Liverpool have it's kind of thing. It's like you think they're gonna fly, right? Then the next game they will like label to a small victory. I don't think West Ham will score, but I don't think West Brom will score. Sorry, but I don't think Liverpool will be very prolific. I think it'll be 2-0.
To give West Brom credit, they did go to Etihad and get a point.
That's true.
So they can go Anfield and lose by 1 goal. So, but after all this, I still think it'll be a sweep. I think 3-0 Liverpool. Back to back 3-0 defeats, but okay.
Yeah, man. I think as long as Firmino keeps it up, Liverpool are gonna just break West Brom apart I think it'll be 4-0.
No, okay.
Go for 5
I'm going to go higher than that I'm going to go 3-0. Yeah, I think in a sense Big Sam is gonna I don't know, maybe play 5 at the back or something like that. Make sure they don't concede. I think it will just be a matter of lowering down the score. And already West Brom already have quite a terrible goal difference also. So
yeah, worse in the league.
we didn't mention these two clubs as title contenders, but as the result of like the last week events, suddenly these two clubs have become title contenders. Suddenly
Man U,
this game is important. So Leicester host Manchester United, a high-flying Manchester United. They're now third in the table. Some Manchester United fans even talking about contending
challenge.
for the title. I think a bit misplaced confidence, but. We will talk about that also. Manchester United have, I think, the best away record in the league. Leicester have a bit of a shaky home record also. I think they've lost quite a few games. I have it written here somewhere. Yeah. They have 4 home defeats. West Ham, Villa, Fulham, and Everton. So not say impenetrable also lah. So anybody, how to say? Does anybody think that Manchester United can legitimately become Liverpool's closest title contenders?
You need me to use the emoji reaction or thumbs down?
Still got thumbs down. As in, I feel that the 6-2 result against Leeds, right? It's just that they just so happen to. Okay, maybe it was our fault for not analysing this or something, but I think they just happen to come up against a very accommodating opponent lah. Like probably Leeds would be the best team for them to come up against. Like Manchester United are very counter-attacking. Leeds go all out. A lot of their goals, right, is just like Fred or Scott McTominay running the entire length of the pitch and then make one pass and then go, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the first 3 minutes of the game, what the hell?
Yeah.
McTominay just random, he don't even do that usually, like run into the box.
Correct. Because people don't give him that much space, only Leeds will give them that much space only.
Yeah, he just run in, nobody guarding, then he just shoot. What the hell? Damn stupid.
I noticed each of the goals, right, is like half of the Leeds outfield team, right, is still in the Manchester United half. But I not convinced by Man U, although I'm given their good away form, Leicester quite beatable at home. 2-1 Manchester United win. It hurts me to say that.
Their winning form continues, I see.
Okay, I don't want to discredit Man U fans and Man U results, but these are the results that you expect to get. Like wins against Sheffield, wins against Leeds.
Yeah,
I
mean obviously no one's gonna guess that score.
They are. We hate them, but they are still of some caliber. And these are the games. Even if they win 1-0 against Leeds, like 6-2, 1-0. I mean, it's still a win, lah. You know what I mean?
Better than Arsenal,
these are the things that you expect them. But then I think correct. I think Leicester is one of those bogey teams, right? At home, then they will lose to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, like they can just lose to anybody. Those kind of things. Like they cannot wipe West Ham. Those kind of those kind of things. Yeah. But then
Leicester beat Spurs last weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but then they played very well against Spurs. Okay, I mean, I'll go safe. I mean, I'll go for 1-1. Okay. Like, I don't expect Leicester to be that bad.
But I feel like a lot of their results are like papering over the cracks. At the end of the day, they're still the same team, right? And they've been on a good run, but they've been scraping wins in the last minute against a lot of the teams, even Sheffield. So it's like a lot of that result, right, could have gone either ways on,
Yeah.
Except for the latest one, but that's the only real comprehensive victory that they have so far. I mean, it's one will come once in a while, right? I mean, a broken clock strikes. I mean, what's the saying?
I thought it's a blind squirrel eventually finds a nut.
No.
What?
The broken clock still shows the correct time twice a day, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe just different terms, but okay, yeah.
I think Leicester gonna make it 2-1.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, nice. I hope that will happen also. But okay, yeah. Robin.
I still have faith in United lah. I mean, because of Leicester's inconsistency. Although United won by a very big margin against Leeds, they could have actually conceded quite a lot more. And fair play to Leeds, it was such a fun game to watch. Like they never gave up their philosophy, so that's respect to them. But yeah, I think Man U should overcome Leicester lah.
Okay.
Disrespecting the second in the table team, who's
But
won the
Man U
league
is-
more recently than Man U.
Man U are in championship winning form, man. We gotta admit that. Playing crap but still getting results. That's exactly what you need. But yeah, as hard as it is to believe that they're up there, I think they will still beat Leicester. But I think it'll be quite close. So 2-1, I agree with Mark.
Okay. I guess maybe we can talk more about Leicester because they do have another upcoming game also. Leicester then visit Crystal Palace on Monday. how highly do you rate their chances of actually challenging for the title though? Like especially after their victory against Spurs, even though they lost previously against Everton also.
No lah, I think top 4 contenders maybe,
Okay.
but not title.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, they are second now, and they also managed to deal with their injury situation quite well. You know, it's a bit like Liverpool. Like they have quite a lot of key players out at some point, right? Like Soyuncu and Didi, even Vardy. But so that's where more of their losses came from. So like now when they get most of their squad back, and they still managed to survive that, you know, and they are still second in the table. So it's like I think there's still a bit of depth into their squad.
They can challenge for top 4 lah, but I don't think they'll make it.
Okay.
Like at the end of the season, yeah, I don't think they have enough depth to compete against the bigger teams.
Purely from their away form, 6 wins, 1 loss, and I think Crystal Palace, the confidence is a bit better earlier. So the thing is quite direct. May I go for 2-1 Leicester win?
Okay.
Yeah, it's always a bit uncomfortable for teams at Selhurst Park, so I guess.
A bit uncomfortable. I think maybe 7-0 wasn't that
A
uncomfortable.
bit, most teams.
Oh yeah, I haven't predicted the score. I think 2-0 Leicester.
Okay. I'm gonna go 3-1 Leicester Palace to score lah. Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, Zaha. Okay, 2-1 Leicester.
Yeah, true. I'll go with 2-1 also. Yes.
Okay, so this is like a weekly segment like that. But where to start with Arsenal? Every week there are new stats to use. You know, Yinren was just telling me about Unai Emery doing very well at Villarreal. I think unbeaten in 19. The last time he lost, right, I think was the last time Manchester United. Sorry, the last time Arsenal actually won. So there's a nice parallel there. I guess maybe we can start with, does anyone here think Arsenal are going to finish in the top half of the table?
I don't think so. It'd be funny if they don't. I mean, one season Chelsea finished 10th, right?
Yeah, but technically that's top half.
Oh, I mean,
Barely.
but
So-
Arsenal's team is worse than their team at that point, so you'll be below there.
Okay.
Really hitting new lows every week, you know. It's like
Yeah.
a bit hard to turn it around already, right? Like if they don't fire Arteta soon, I don't think he can. Oh shit! Need to eat my words. I don't think he can turn things around.
I think very hard to eat your words.
I said that about Jose lah, but by proving me wrong lah. So no lah. Their wins have all been, I wouldn't say lucky, but it's really just, it's a bit like Mourinho-ish, like defend well and then call Aubameyang. But so
and now they can't even do that.
yeah, they can't even depend on Aubameyang, and then their defense also shit. So it's like, where they go from here? There's nowhere to go. You know, really start from ground zero. There's nothing that stands out.
Okay. So I guess maybe a better question is, if you were the Arsenal maybe chairman, sack Arteta, don't sack Arteta. We can start with Robin. I think I know his answer.
Yeah. I think I'm the only one who will say don't sack Arteta.
Okay. You have to back that up. If not, AFTV will add us on our
Wow.
Troops. Like, all the way from America, you know, he was like raging.
Yeah. No, it's like, okay, sack him, then what next, right? It's going to be a vicious cycle of, you know, a decent boost in results, and then the slump comes again. I believe that's the cycle now.
I mean, that's basically what DT says. The
Yeah,
STV
so
dude. He's like,
they are stuck in this very, very dangerous trap right now. So I think the problem really lies further back or higher up the club, which none of us will ever know about lah. And it all started from the time they built this new stadium and got in debt, right? I think that's when it affected their transfer business. And the only one who can manage is honestly Arsene Wenger. Like, Arsenal will finish bottom half just because I don't see the teams in the top half dropping that many points. If anything, I think he tries to play the counter-attacking game lah. That's why he likes to play the two defensive central mids, the El Neni and Xhaka, which I hate.
or like a double pivot.
Which I hate because I think he's wasting Ceballos, even though this season he's been very underperforming.
yeah.
But yeah, he's just reliant on some key players to perform, like Martinelli last season, fantastic.
Aubameyang, but
Yeah, and Lacazette
Actually, I think the
lost
double
talent.
pivot system, right, is actually, I've seen it being implemented quite well at some other clubs. I think maybe
Spurs
it's the
lah.
problem with,
Yeah.
correct. You
no,
can
it's
use Spurs as a
Sissoko
good
and
example.
Højbjerg.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Yeah, I
personnel
think I mean,
problems.
of course, this is maybe it's a bit obvious, but the issue is probably the two who he chooses as his double
Yeah.
pivots, lah. Xhaka and El Neni are probably not good enough to,
Exactly, yeah.
in a partnership at least, be that effective, lah.
Correct. So this season hinges on how fit he can keep Thomas Partey lah, because I think he is damn good. He is way above Arsenal's quality. I don't know why he went there.
I mean,
But
Nothing to do, lah, mistake. Yeah.
But if he's back, right, I think he will improve Arsenal drastically.
But to get back to this Arsenal-Chelsea result, I think there's not much to mention also. Maybe you can mention a bit of Chelsea's inconsistency also. Although, for me, I think their result against Wolves was actually a bit unlucky.
Thank you. I agree.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if you have something to add on, you can say also.
No, man, I agree. It's very unlucky, but also a bit unprofessional. Like at that stage, after conceding, I would assume you at least not lose the damn game, lah. End up you got destroyed by some crazy counter attack, which highlighted that Chelsea were tired. Like see Reece James getting burnt by Neto, I was quite shocked. But just again couldn't finish, which is annoying recently.
Timo Werner.
Timo Werner,
my
I think
God, right?
goalless in nine
Nine
now.
games.
Yeah.
The miss from like don't know how many yards out, he crossed by everything. Wow.
Yeah, a few times already. I think
Yeah.
starting to don't pick up will become the flop of the season.
Yeah, man.
No, I think there are plenty of flops, but anyway, yeah. I think maybe you can say Kai Havertz probably a better.
Oh yeah, another one.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them, but our Germans are not playing well at the moment. Kai Havertz is losing the ball a lot, which is annoying, and it shouldn't be happening. He's supposed to be damn talented and all. So I attribute it to like a lack of match fitness. But Werner, I don't know, man. He just needs to get that one goal, and hopefully things will change.
But still, I guess you got to say, Chelsea still probably you have to back them to beat Arsenal, even if it's at the Emirates.
Yeah, that's how bad Arsenal are right now, man.
Yeah, really relegation form. I think their form may be worse than Sheffield. At least Sheffield got a draw here and
Same.
there.
No, I actually went to check.
The past 5
I think in
games.
the last 6 games or something, Arsenal I was second from bottom, Sheffield at bottom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus I think injuries are going to be the interesting one. Chelsea's fullbacks, first choice, both of them are out, like Reece James, Chilwell, and Hakim Ziyech are out. So that is the biggest problem for Chelsea.
Yeah, but Spilicueta, okay.
Aspilicueta, okay. but
Marcus Alonso, right? Is it?
No,
Emerson, I
he's
think.
recently playing Emerson, who is very average. Like he has dropped off so much.
Yeah, man, Arsenal also don't attack you. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Emerson will be against Willian, so okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay.
Wow, trashing
Yeah.
your ex-player.
I mean, his
I mean, they
performances
did sell him
speak
lah,
for
so-
himself. No, so I think the battle will be won in the midfield. So I think Kante, Mount, Kovacic versus any two that Arteta puts out.
Yeah, got better than Shaka and Nani got better, man.
Yeah, and even if Red Card injured, plus they played the EFL Cup, so they should be tired.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think no chance for Arsenal. Realistically, I don't see them getting a goal at all.
No,
They're going to get whacked. Like, they're going to whack. I want to see a 3-0 Chelsea. Yeah.
Do I dare?
Wow, this guy.
Do I dare? But I don't think so lah. I think it sucks to be Arsenal fan now.
If Martinelli wasn't injured, maybe you can dare.
Dude, Martinelli only scores goals in the cups.
Okay, yeah.
Right, then people think he's damn good, but okay.
Sucks
But yeah,
more than when Newcastle went down.
Oh,
Newcastle went down. No, different story lah. Newcastle not a big team, but like
Used to be.
I think you can
At that
say
point,
in the
they were.
past 10 years, Newcastle are the biggest team to go down. I think it's hard to argue against that.
I guess so. In terms of history lah, I guess they are. In terms of stadium size, I guess they are also.
I mean, 15 years ago, you all still got Michael Owen. It's like,
Sorry, Alan Shearer, who are talking about who's Michael Owen? Okay. I'll go for the safe pick. I'll go for 2-0.
I will go 2-0 Chelsea also. Because I think Chelsea is still not so good at game management. They don't really kill off the game. I think I'll go 2-0. Yeah.
but if it's like just one of those days, right, Chelsea have the chance to just score a lot of goals on it.
Of course, there's always that chance also.
I feel it's the right time for them to do that. I think but Chelsea very solid defensively recently also.
Arsenal's best chance is to injure Pulisic early on. Just like they did in the
Just injure
FA Cup.
people.
I
The
think
FA Cup, wow.
I think 4-0.
4-0. Okay. And I bet
Oh.
a lot of you will be wondering what an Arsenal fan will be thinking about this. So earlier on, I caught up with the Arsenal fan to try and find out what she thinks about all these shenanigans. So Arsenal fan Kimberly Lim also gave her prediction for this game. Welcome back, our resident Arsenal fan Kimberly Lim, who has been missing for I think maybe like 5 or 6 episodes already. Some of the other experts have been saying it's because you're trying to hide from all the disastrous Arsenal results. First of all, I think mainly they would just think like, what are you thinking about Arsenal right now?
I haven't watched a single football highlights in the last 1 month, I guess.
Understandable.
Partly because I've been busy, but also because I want to avoid the reality. Okay lah, no lah, I am resigned to it. I go around telling my dad, who's an Arsenal fan, that Arsenal is going to get relegated. In the first 2 weeks, he said, no lah, they won't get relegated one. This is very normal, they will get better. And then I think 3 days ago, I was just like, hey, pa, I think Arsenal are going to get relegated. Then he said, yeah, I think so too. Ask Arsene Wenger to come back. Then I was just like, no. For Arsene Wenger's own good, I will tell him, don't come back. Oh my god, like, I don't even know what position they are. Are they like, what, 15?
Yeah, they're 15th to the table. And surprisingly, like, you know, when they say like, oh, the worst start since 1974, right? They keep mentioning this 1974, so I went to go and see how badly you all did in 1974. I think you all finished like 12.
Oh, okay. But that's
so
finished,
it wasn't.
Now haven't finished
Yeah,
yet.
correct, finish. I mean, okay, so I guess this is the first question. Do you think can finish higher than 12 then?
Oh my god, it's very hard to say. How many more games are there? Yeah, about halfway there, right? Oh my god. I would like to say yes, because if not, it's very disastrous. Do you see the meme or not that I shared on?
Yeah.
It's really like this. It is like to every Arsenal fan, this is the worst day ever for now. Actually, what's very saddening about it is that they made a good start. They made a pretty decent start to the season.
Well, that is now quite long time ago, and then now also like people starting to analyze their start. Was it really a good start?
No, actually, right? They did compare the start to like Emery and to like previously, so it's not that great a start actually. Like the numbers. Yeah. So I guess okay, but you know, even though it's not that good a start, it still isn't a disaster like how it is now.
Obviously lah, yeah. If they didn't have that start, they'll be in the bottom 3 now. Like no, that's not an exaggeration.
I know, right? They haven't won a game. They haven't won a Premier League game in like damn long. I don't understand. Clearly something's wrong lah. And Arteta either doesn't know what's wrong, or he doesn't want to fix it. But it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I mean, this is probably a good segue into asking: are you Arteta in or Arteta out? Man?
At first, I really wanted him to stay. Yeah, I feel like also that we need to give people enough time to like.
Okay, so how much time is enough time then? Because like you know, it doesn't look like there's going to there's no turning point.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, but then I guess people like the Arsenal board might be thinking that like he's doing a good job in like the Europa.
Okay.
But is that enough, you know, to save his job? It's so depressing.
Yeah. It is depressing lah. Like that's why I think maybe you know when you said that you're prepared for Arsenal to get relegated. I don't think you really know how it feels like to get relegated.
I've been distancing myself from them. You know how like when a relationship is approaching the end, then you try not to.
Wow, okay, this analogy.
Yeah. So you see, like, I think I avoid all news about it, right? So if people want to talk about my friend, I say no, it's okay. Oh, I don't know what he's up to like nowadays. He's very busy. Like we never talked recently. Then for Arsenal, it's the same thing. Did you watch Arsenal's match? Oh no, I was very busy. I had no time to watch it. I don't really know how the team is doing now. So if they really get relegated, it's okay. My emotional distance is increasing. Unless they suddenly win this weekend.
But it doesn't work that way. What? Say for example, like you can distance yourself from their results this season, but like if they get relegated next season, you have the reality of them being in the championship there.
Yeah lah, then too bad lah.
Okay, then I guess maybe that I didn't expect to ask this question, but would you stop supporting Arsenal then if they get?
I have been saying that I will stop. I have been saying that I want to stop supporting Arsenal for like 10 years now.
No, but I mean, a lot of people would say that like you know because of a frustrating loss or whatever, or don't feel like supporting.
No,
I mean, how many Arsenal jerseys do you have?
I have a lot. I have like 6. I think.
I mean, then would you mean like you stop wearing all those Arsenal jerseys?
Yeah, I think I have 6. No lah, I won't.
You want any of them on the show, but okay.
But I guess like I would still, because I'm following all of their socials and everything, and like my house has like quite a few Arsenal things. I don't think I mean like dude, I'm 25 I have been watching them since I was what 8. Like I cannot just like I won't just stop.
So it's not Yeah, correct. So it's easier said than done, it's not one of those like,
of
stop
course.
supporting.
Yeah, but you know how I am what? Like it's beyond my control. Not like I can go to London now and tell them to get their shit together, right? Or
Maybe that's
even
the
if,
motivation they need.
Or even if I could, doesn't mean that they will. Yeah.
Okay, that's true. So we'll cover only just Arsenal's upcoming fixture during Boxing Day, which is Arsenal have a London derby against Chelsea. Yeah, so any thoughts on that?
They're confirmed going to get wrecked. Oh my god, Arsenal,
okay.
please prove me wrong. But I think they will lose like 2-0.
If let's say we work on the assumption that Chelsea beat Arsenal, right? It will be Arsenal's last 6 fixtures at the Emirates, right? It's 1 draw, 5 losses.
It's Arsenal.
She don't dare come on the show already. Need to do a separate segment.
She'll be back next week, lah.
Need a new segment on the show. It's called Kimberly's relegation predictions.
Have a whole segment.
Yeah.
Can. Yeah, and next week we'll be covering Arsenal's games against Brighton and West Brom, both relegation 6-pointers. So I think we can move on to Chelsea's next game. I think this one we can be quite fast. Chelsea face Aston Villa at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday.
Aston Villa's form picking up recently, so I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be 1-1.
Wow, yeah, this is very interesting because of Chelsea's injury at the fullbacks. So Jack Grealish is gonna be even more dangerous. But I'm backing the home advantage for Chelsea to win 1-0.
No, you're no fans, right? Therefore,
yeah, don't have. Hopefully the travelling, take something out of Aston Villa a little bit.
I think Villa's away form is actually not bad. I'm going to agree with Yinren. I don't dare predict Aston Villa. I think that's asking too much. But just for the sake of it, go a bit different. I'm going to go Chelsea Villa 2-2.
Wow. 2-2 again? I will tell you.
Yeah. Why don't you go
are you sure it's correct? There have been no 2-2s this season.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There's be a 2-2 in the last few weeks.
Now mind, we
sure.
just keep going for it. It will happen one day.
Okay, I'll scroll through the results. I haven't seen it. Yeah, no 2-2s.
Yeah, no 2-2.
To me, Villa are the more consistent Leeds United in a way.
Okay.
Like, in the way they play is more or less the same. So given Villa's very good away record, I'm willing to risk it. I think I go for a Villa win.
I mean, you're on the bandwagon, so you haven't gotten off yet.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Go for 2-1 Villa win.
I finally found the last 2-2 was the Everton Liverpool game.
Oh, where was that?
Yeah,
where was that?
wow.
That's so long ago. Yeah.
But yeah, see, there has been a 2-2, but okay.
1.
I think there's been more 3-3 in 2-2s in this season.
Okay, now don't test like keep scrolling up and down. Okay, I guess we can talk about a team that, well, maybe you could have said that Yinren called it, although he did, started to doubt himself after he called it. A team that lost back-to-back in the past week. Jose Mourinho's Spurs now visit Wolves. They lost against Liverpool. Maybe you can say that's expected. But they kind of didn't really... I don't know how your reading of the game was, but I wasn't overly impressed with their the way they turned up against Leicester. They lost 2-0 at home. Yeah, so, unlikely to be Spurs 3 losses on the bounce, but you never quite know. Another loss and that they're definitely out of the title race.
I think it's one of the few games to actually watch this week, the Leicester and Spurs. Got to agree, they are a bit flat. Like even the simple things like you expect like Son to do, like Harry Kane to do, like it's totally off the mark, those kind of things. But yeah, I think you're correct. I don't think they will screw up 3 times in a row. And it's an away team. They are playing away, but Molineux is not a small stadium like Selhurst Park.
Okay.
So, and Wolves. Okay, I'm looking at the side of Wolves. I feel they are very hard to predict. Now.
Yeah, it's very up and down.
Yeah, like Pedro Neto, Neapolitans can just go fire, then they can like just kill off Spurs. But I don't think so. 3-0 Spurs.
I'm going to go 1 Spurs. Yeah, Wolves too. I'm not quite as pessimistic on Wolves anymore. I guess they have found the goals are still coming from somewhere, coming from Potence, coming from Pedro Neto. So
I wanted to say, I think for the Leicester Spurs game, right, I think Leicester like out Mourinho. You just see they both playing sort of similar, right? They also sit back to hit Spurs on the counter. Then they just do it better than them. Then that's how they outscored. Even the goal that was ruled out was very unlucky.
yeah, it was
Really
marginal also.
Yeah.
It was really marginal. It could have easily been 3-0. I think it'll be a draw.
Okay.
I think we draw. I think Tottenham, if Wolves also want to sit back here and hit that on the break, right? I think it'll be a 0-0.
Yeah, I think Wolves' chance will come against Aurier if he still plays.
Okay. Specifically Ori. Okay.
Yeah, because he is just that kind of player who can be very rash, overly aggressive, then make stupid mistakes. Even Mourinho said it in that documentary. So, if anything, Pedro Neto needs to up his game against Aurier if he plays. Otherwise, I just don't see Mourinho losing 3 in a row. Yeah, so I think Spurs should win. It's just by how much. I think it'll be quite tight, but I do think I think it's 2-0 .
I think the last of the title contenders, probably Manchester City. They had kind of a very, how to say, not very impressive week. But then again, it's also 4 points from 2 games. Can't really say that they've done badly. Man City faced Newcastle. Manjun was telling me about Newcastle's terrible upcoming fixtures. So I guess maybe you can mention this about Newcastle also. Like, previously, in our last episode, Manjun was saying that he was hoping for at least 4 points from the 2 games that had just passed. Newcastle finished with just 1. So I don't think you are expecting points from here.
Why do I ever expect things from them, to be honest? I'm sure I said it. But yeah, I am like on a positive note. No, I'm being as positive as I can. Our next 4 games are Man City, Liverpool, Leicester, and Arsenal. Sheffield and Arsenal. I expect 1 point from all 5 games. It's from Sheffield.
Oh, no, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Arsenal, man. But I think Arsenal isn't Arsenal like FA Cup game?
No, we have FA Cup game. Then after that, we have another Premier League game.
Oh, okay.
Then by then, they probably set Arteta. They probably get like Allegri, something like that come in. They probably like
just in time for the
work his
Newcastle
magic
game.
against Newcastle. Yeah, Steve I think.
Fine.
Honestly, the wins that he has is so lucky and the draws he gets also very lucky and I know him. The teams just get 20 shots on goal and they don't score. Then suddenly got a Callum Wilson penalty out of nowhere. So
it's the Mourinho way.
It is the Mourinho way, but
masterclass.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to explain too much of this. I think I'm going for the worst. I'm going for 5-0 Man City.
I mean, okay, technically Leeds did score 5 against Newcastle also, so anything is possible.
Yes. Yeah. And at the rate they give Leeds an open pathway to counter, to just go to go, I think Man City will just destroy us.
Maybe a bit harsh on Newcastle, but I got to agree. I don't think Newcastle can come out of this with anything. I'm going to go 3-0 Man City.
I think I'm going to go 4-1 Man City.
1, thank you.
Yeah, I think they should be winning more because De Bruyne actually creates a lot of good chances, but they just cannot score. Like against West Brom, the last minute of the game, he had 2 damn good crosses and just hit straight to the keeper. But I think Newcastle, no chance lah. 3-0.
This is probably the bigger game, Everton Man City. Everton have been on I guess you can say a hot streak now. 3 wins in a row against big teams. Leicester, Chelsea, and Arsenal. I don't think it's a big team. But they've been playing, Carlo Ancelotti has mixed things up. He's been playing 4 centre-backs across the back. That's his new system. It's been working so far. It's sort of a Tony Pulis wet dream lah. 4 centre-backs.
not big Sam.
Interchangeable, but yeah.
Okay,
I feel they need DLC to start scoring again. DLC. DCL to start scoring.
Okay.
Downloadable
content. Yeah.
I think they need DCL to start scoring again because in the 3 wins, I don't think he has scored in the 3
But
wins.
he assisted everything.
Yeah.
By
I think he
winning
assisted
penalties
most
or
of them.
Oh, he
Yeah.
assisted for them lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess he's helping.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so based on this new information,
Mandre is like, so adjust his power rankings.
Power rankings.
so based on this new information, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Everton win.
Okay. In fact, Everton have been quite efficiently seeing out games. I mean, they usually they take a lead and then the second half they just shut up shop. And then I think it's like 0 shots on target all 3 games in the second half, like conceded lah.
Wow. Okay.
So Everton win would definitely put Man City almost totally out of the title race. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Yeah, lor. I think it's a good way for Everton to see out games like this, because I think Manju mentioned previously how they always fade towards the end of the game, right? And then like you have then you let people come back in, and then if you go behind, they can't really like rally and like come back or whatever. Yeah, also if they manage to score a goal and then you just like close shop after that, and they're efficient in doing that, then it covers their weakness. So I think, is it possible? I don't think they will win Man City. I think it'll be a draw. Yeah. The fabled 2-2 is coming back.
Okay, sure. Everybody's entitled to a 2-2.
2-2.
Calvert-Lewin has been saving Everton like almost single-handedly. His striker play is crazy. It's probably one up there with the best right now. But I think the run will end, like somehow I think Man City will end the run. I was tempted to go for a draw, but I think I'll go for a City 1-0.
And with that, I think, with the mention of all the DCL, DLC, I think it's time for Manjun's English striker power rankings.
Yeah, boy, come, let me bring it up. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, the biggest jump this week, Ashley Barnes from Burnley, because he actually scored a freaking goal. And they win against who? Wolves, is it?
Yeah, against Wolves.
Yeah. Then, I mean, the bottom 7 are like nothing. Dwight Gill can go home. He's like, why is he even there?
Last week, still talking about Dwight Gill getting 10 goals and now he go home.
Boy, what to do now?
Mason Greenwood.
Then Danny Welbeck got to give him credit. He scored this week, one of the games against which team? So, I think it's Sheffield United.
Yeah. Sheffield United.
So, okay, got to give him credit also. He goes up by 1. Like, I still don't know why Mikel Antonio is still in the top 10 somehow.
Okay.
Play.
It's just because West Ham is doing well, and then
and in the top 10, I think Tammy Abraham is the only one that actually make big contributions. Besides not scoring a penalty he scored 2 goals. The rest of the people they scored penalties. I think Bamford scored 1 goal, something like that.
Bamford scored. Bamford scored against Newcastle.
As the Ollie Watkins fanboy, I'm a bit disappointed. He hasn't scored in some time. So I reluctantly put him down by 1. Because Tammy, even though he hasn't scored the same amount of goals as Tammy, but I think he's still got to see form. Like Tammy took his chances when he gets to play. And Watkins, I think he's just there because there's no one else at Aston Villa. Then as for the top 6, I don't think got any changes. I don't think Callum Wilson will ever go past Danny Ings or Patrick Bamford.
Patrick Bamford no.
No, because I still feel Bamford is a generally better player and better creator than Callum Wilson. Yeah. But gotta give Callum Wilson credit He does score his penalties So without his penalties,
but he also died for the penalties.
Yeah, so without him and his superb skills or penalties and getting penalties, I think Newcastle will be bottom. Other than that, the Southampton boys also a bit disappointing. But I think as a whole, they're not bad I'm start losing faith in Che Adams already. I think
Che Adams is only good when Danny Ings is around.
Yeah, I think his form is going down. So I think high chance end of the season, I think Tammy will be above him. I guess the biggest mystery in my listing is, will Ryan Brewster ever get off last place? That sad boy.
Okay, I guess this is a good segue. We can go to Everton's other game in match week 15. Everton faced Sheffield United, still now winless in 14. They were very close to a win against Brighton. But Danny Welbeck, everybody's favourite ex-Arsenal striker, came up with the goods, dashed Sheffield United's dreams. Anyone predicting Sheffield United can break their duck against Everton?
No. That's a nope.
No but I think it'll be a draw Cannot lose so many games What the hell? It's just like
I think it depends on how David McGoldrick how he feels. If he feels Everton's a big team, then he probably score 2 or 3 that game. If he doesn't know that Everton is top 4, then he probably don't care Probably won't perform.
I feel like Everton always like to sleep up in these kind of games You expect them to win, then
but it's Sheffield though.
Then they will just lose. But it's Sheffield. Then how you have to? Are we ever gonna predict a Sheffield win? Are they gonna go the whole season winless? I think it'll be a draw.
Wow. Okay.
Have faith.
I know
1-1.
this is very bad, right? But have Sheffield faced Newcastle yet?
Haven't. That's why I scared.
Oh.
I break
I'm
the
Brewster will
duck.
start scoring.
You're like, wow, this guy talk cock against
He'll
us.
go about Dwight Gale already, but okay. Uh,
Yeah, I'll go for 1-1.
I'm going to go 1-0 Everton. I believe this Everton is a bit different from the previous iterations of Everton. I think, the previous ones like under Ronald Koeman, under Marco Silva, very likely to draw this or lose this. But yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Everton.
That's quite safe
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
I think I'll go bigger lah. It's more of I don't have faith in Sheffield.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe 2-0 a bit safe, a bit boring. Okay, I'll go 3-1. 3-1 Everton.
Okay.
I'll go for the more boring. I go 2-0 Everton.
Okay, I guess maybe we haven't given enough credit to Burnley. So Burnley have been on a bit of a run, you can say, beating Arsenal, beat Wolves. I think draw against Aston Villa. Yeah, although some of their results kind of, even the one against Arsenal, a bit lucky also. But now they face a Leeds side, which are very, very erratic. Big win against Newcastle, big loss against Manchester United. So which Leeds will turn up against Burnley?
I think Leeds will win. Their style of play is too I don't know, it's very wasted if they don't win because they play such a nice, like attractive style of football, right? I think Leeds will win. Maybe 2-1.
I also think this is also like it has to be a Leeds win. I tell you, if Burnley win this, right, wow, suddenly the big Sams of the world all feel very vindicated. But
Big Sams of the world.
I'm going to go. Burnley have recently been scoring. Cannot say Burnley won't score. Leeds 4-1.
Oh, high scoring game as usual for Leeds.
Okay, from what I remember, when Ashley Barnes is on form, he can really be on form.
Okay.
And now that he starts scoring goals,
+6.
I'm going to take it as like +6. Yeah, what the hell, right? But this is what happens. You start at the bottom lah. Okay, then. So I'm going to give Burnley some credit lah. So I'm gonna go for a Burnley win.
Wow, Burnley win. Okay.
I'm gonna go for.
They'll take them above Arsenal.
2-0 Burnley win.
Oh, okay. I think this will be the draw game. Pretty high scoring. This will be my 2-2 prediction for the week.
It's a good
Even now 2-2 is a tradition already. Okay.
Also, at least one.
Well, once a week.
Once a week, one.
Okay. Oh, interestingly enough, according to your, this has got to do with your power rankings also. Patrick Bamford is actually the only player to have a shot on target every game.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh. That doesn't impress me. I mean, he's still quite high.
Okay. I mean,
he's
still,
quite high.
he has
Number
chances
5 is
at
quite
least.
high considering like, who is above him.
Yeah.
That's true. Correct. I don't think it's going to go much higher also. Yeah. Speaking of much higher, I think Danny Ings is a doubt for this game. At home
Why
against
so?
Southampton. Yeah. As a Fulham fan, I can say that maybe 3 points in the past week is a little bit disappointing. All 3 draws. But I guess it was always possible for us to have. No, I think the Liverpool one was going to be a bonus point. That one for sure. I think the disappointment was not beating Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
And considering we actually played quite well against Newcastle, and Callum Wilson died for the penalty. In fact, because we got Joachim Anderson's red card has been rescinded.
Oh, really?
To be playing for this game. So basically, they are admitting it was a dive. So I'm gonna go. And considering Danny Ings may not play this, I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham.
No lah, I think Southampton's 2 on form. Even without Danny Ings, they still managed to be where they are now with Danny Ings out for some part of the season. And
Romeo is out for suspension also.
Whatever, you got James Ward-Prowse around to score his free kicks, right?
Free kick.
They
Yeah,
can
that's
always
where
win
the one
game,
is going to come from.
Yeah, they just attack, then like got some free kick here and there, then he's just gonna score it. And then after that, you cannot score against them, and that's it already. It'll be 1-0 Southampton with a James Ward-Prowse free kick.
Free kick. Okay.
I roughly read the team news for Southampton. They just said Ings never trained, Vestergaard and Redmond didn't train. So if Vestergaard doesn't play, I think Fulham might win. But I'm going to go for a very conservative 1-0 Fulham win for this. I mean, they've been improving. So respect to Scott Parker. Just because of that team news and Danny Ings' injury, Romeo's red card, I think Southampton are going to be quite depleted. So it is Fulham's chance to win Southampton.
Okay, I'm going to predict Fulham's 4th draw in a row. And there'll be 4 goals involved. I'll give you a 2-2. This is my 2-2 2-2 prediction of the week.
But yeah, the one that's a
Got to roll the dice.
strong critic of
I FOMO, I don't give 2-2, I don't give
Scores.
2-2. Okay, but
Okay. These two teams we've already talked about. I think we can go straight to the predictions. Aston Villa face Crystal Palace at Villa Park.
nothing much to say about this game. I think it can go either ways. There's both sides are going to score. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1.
I think Villa's home form quite trash. And Palace home form away form isn't that bad. So I'll go for 2-0 Palace win.
I'm going to go with the, nowadays Theo Walcott scoring against his former team, the law of the X.
So who
I'm
is
going to go
Aston Villa?
Christian Benteke. to
Benteke.
score
Oh,
this.
damn.
Palace
Will he even
2-1.
play?
This is the kind of game where I want to back Aston Villa, but they've always disappointed. So I'm going to go for Crystal Palace win. Same 2-1.
Okay, we can finally round it up with West Ham at home against Brighton. West Ham, more or less in mid-table. Brighton actually now starting to look like they might be in a little bit of trouble. They are still winless at home, but this is away.
I feel Brighton are a bit underperforming is not the word there, but it's just that they'll be a bit unlucky because they try to attack, they try to play a more offensive style, right? And then I think they are playing well, just that they don't win games.
Yeah, I think there was this stat like their expected goals and actual goals is very like the difference is the biggest in the Premier League.
I will go for a Brighton win. I think it'll be 2-1. Michael Antonio maybe not as on fire as he was.
There's Sebastian Haller.
But yeah, I think Sebastian Haller's goal was probably the best this past week.
The
bicycle
kick, right?
kick.
Yeah. Like prediction aside, I think Brighton got a chance to get relegated. Like this is what happens. You buy when you don't really invest in your team, or you get free transfers in Danny Welbeck and Lallana. But okay lah. I'll give it to West Ham lah. Then go for 1-0 West Ham win.
I'm gonna go 1-1 lah. I can't really decide a winner between these two.
Okay. I think West Ham actually are capable of playing quite decently. They actually gave a decent... They had a good spell against Chelsea, and then Chelsea only made the scoreline flattering at the last 10 minutes,
at the end.
to be fair. So I think West Ham actually is quite a decent team. But I think West Ham will win just because Brighton, I don't see them scoring lah. Even though Welbeck is pretty fire right now. I think West Ham will
they
win.
failed to beat Sheffield United at home now, so nearly lost some more.
Yeah, they
So,
nearly lost. It shocked me.
Yeah.
I think it's 2-0 West Ham.
since it's a Christmas edition, we can say what we hope to get in the winter transfer window for each of our clubs. I think maybe we can start. Yeah, maybe we can start with Manjun. You can say anything, not just transfers. You can be managerial changes. It can be.
I was going to say
Nice.
that.
Keep, man.
I don't need to have new things. Let's get rid of the old trash, which is Steve Bruce. As long as it's out, then we can get Allegri because Allegri is free, so we can get Allegri in.
Yeah, right. Something.
You thought Juventus.
Then we can swap lah. Yeah, Arteta come Newcastle also can. Anything lah. Better than
No,
Steve Bruce.
Ancelotti went to Everton, so anything can happen.
Yeah, anything happen.
Not quite the same level, but okay. Maybe you can go to a Chelsea fan. Maybe a bit unfair to say that you all are hoping for a transfer given how much you all spend in the summer.
Any striker lah.
But,
Sell Werner to Arsenal.
No, man. He still has uses. Okay. I don't really wish for a transfer in at this point. More transfers out. So
I think I
clear
know where
some
this
of the
is going.
dead weight. Like left back, Emerson, Marcus Alonso, bye-bye. Jorginho, bye-bye. One of the centre backs has to go, like Rudiger, Christensen, or Tomori. I don't want Tomori to go, so either Rudiger or Christensen has to go. And then Giroud has to stay. Yeah, so this is my Christmas wish for Chelsea.
Fulham will buy another striker because I'm
have
a bit worried about Mitro's form.
Did they have a wish list?
The a bit worrying thing is that we're so reliant on Cavallero and Lookman also.
What kind of striker would fit Fulham right now? Because you got a big
For
man.
me?
Yeah.
Maybe you need those
I
kind
think
of like,
I think it needs to be a fast striker. Mitro is
He's so
Ivan
slow.
Toney.
Mitro can be a good, how to say, like a backup. Like currently what we are using him as is like 70th minute is not working, nobody's scoring, then we throw him on, that kind of thing to change things up. So I think currently I'm okay with that, but Cavallero is not a striker, he's a winger playing as a false nine. So I think somebody who can do a better job than Caballero, so someone who is able to go up and down box to box a bit more. I don't have a name in mind, but hopefully another striker. Yeah. I think maybe for Liverpool fans, I'm not quite sure what you want to wish for actually.
There's nothing
Another
like,
centre back.
yeah, I think that's the closest. Pomacano, I don't know. They've been linked to a few centre backs recently. But other than that, I don't think there's anything that we need or like anyone is looking at anything.
Any
And the front-
central mid to replace Wijnaldum?
Christian Eriksen.
Although I think Curtis Jones is already a ready-made replacement though.
Yeah, we have Curtis Jones stepping up. Yeah, no, but our midfield already quite packed there. It's just like you just need to get rid of the older players, which is why they contemplating Wijnaldum. They're not willing to give him one extra year to in addition to what they are offering him.
Okay. If you are interested to know, I did ask Kimberly the same question. Any guesses for what you think she hoped for?
Sack that boy, sack that man.
I don't think so. I think she probably wants a new striker.
You know, I play Secret Santa at work, right? Like we did with my colleagues, then like got wish list to fill in, right? Then I was telling my colleague who is a Liverpool fan, I say, all I want for Christmas this year is for Arsenal to win a game and to not be relegated. Then you know what he said? He said, I think this one Santa also cannot help you. Then I was just like, why so bad?
Oh, so sad. Oh, poor thing. Oh.
Forgot what it felt like to win.
Mango in again.
Well, guys, I think after much talk, I think I'll retract my Christmas wish list. I think Steve Bruce can stay for all he wants. But I want Adam Saint-Maximin to be at least 75% of the player Ben Arfa was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Such a big change.
That's
Yeah.
That's the humble
I don't mind
request.
us losing, but I like to watch nice football.
Mm.
Yeah, and he's the only reason why we will play nice football. Yeah. So that's my wish.
If you sack Steve Bruce and you get Marcelo Bielsa,
Bielsa?
yeah, then you'll play attractive football. If you don't care about wins, you just like
That is true. But then
Sari lah.
Yeah. Hire Sari. I can't speak English.
Sari
I don't know lah. Yeah.
sorry.
But,
Hey, then you all get a free Jorginho along with that.
Jorginho plus Shelby together there die lah. Oh my god. Okay.
So hopefully you enjoyed our Christmas edition of Football Armchair Experts. Hopefully you enjoyed the Boxing Day fixtures as well. We will be back for a special midweek edition next week where we'll be going through 17 matches all the way up till the new year. Yeah. So until then, have a Merry Christmas from all of us here, and we'll see you the next time we see you. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.